A very average Monday Night Raw, but to be fair, we get those once in a while. They're just filler shows. And of course, this week's show was pretty much dominated by the dominant Bobby Lashley, although we do have some really big, possible Alexa Bliss news. This is things you might have missed, and before we get started, make sure you've hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. It's free! Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson was at Raw tonight. He was actually sat behind the commentary team and he even fist bumped Lashley. We know Gable Steveson's coming to WWE. He's been signed. Could he be joining the Hurt Business? It was, of course, Lashley that started off Monday Night Raw, though. Very fun little promo with him and MVP talking about how the WWE superstars and management disrespected Lashley. And it turned out the management then added Lashley to the match if Lashley could beat all three, Owens, Seth, and Big E. And do you know what? I've dreaded this when I first heard it announced. It wasn't bad. The way they did it was really, really good. Of course, having Kevin Owens tap out immediately to the Hurt Lock. Smart by Kevin Owens. Why would you want to risk that before day one? Makes sense. And even having Kevin Owens try and get Lashley disqualified by attacking Seth. It just made sense. It was fun. Even just take the main event, for example. You take Seth and Owens getting involved and you have them beat up Big E. Lashley get involved. You then get dual table spots with Big E putting Owens through. Lashley putting Seth through. And then you have MVP attack the knee of Big E, allowing Lashley to win. Yes, Lashley's in the Fatal 4-Way now at day one, but it didn't make the other contenders look weak. So that's a plus. Well done for WWE to be able to do that, because that's not an easy job to book. Just the other day, we released a new theory video on the channel regarding Alexa Bliss's return to the WWE. And, well, she teased it again today on Twitter, saying, "Miss me yet, hashtag where's Alexa, hashtag Raw." The gif she posted is a Where's Waldo gif. And this is interesting because it makes you wonder, if she's coming back, could it be cryptic? Could it be like Bray Wyatt before he debuted with puppets, Lily in this case maybe, popping up backstage? Now, I looked closely on Raw because this was posted just before Raw began. I didn't see anything, but you never know when something could appear. So keep your eyes open because that looks like maybe what is going to happen. That Where's Waldo thing. With Waldo, you have to find Waldo. Maybe you have to find Alexa.
Watch me.
So after last week, Liv Morgan, of course, had lots of things to say to the man, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch was in the ring congratulating herself on victory, even mocking the little girl, the fan of Liv Morgan who was angry last week. And it wasn't in the best of taste. And of course, Liv come out, I thought, cut a really cool promo. I don't think the girl behind her agreed. I love that picture. WWE posting that on Twitter. But of course, obviously she was upset. She said it. You couldn't beat me, and I know now I can beat you. Well, it didn't take long for the brawl to begin. Liv Morgan attacked Becky Lynch, but things didn't go to plan as Becky Lynch soon took the advantage, trapping Liv's arm in the steel stairs, stomping away at the arm of Liv Morgan. The match was accepted, though. Literally, after the beatdown, when Liv is vulnerable, that's when Becky Lynch agreed to the match at day one. So it looks like it is going to happen. I'm very hyped for that. It looks like Liv is going to get that championship match. But now they've done two things. Either Liv Morgan has a reason to lose because her arm's already hurt, or she's the ultimate underdog, overcoming the pain and winning the Raw Women's title. Let me know what you think in the comments below. However, something Becky Lynch said did intrigue me, and the timing was right. Becky stood in the ring and said, "I went away at the peak of my career and came back better than ever." And no matter what the critics say, the Lily doll sold amazingly. Technically, Alexa Bliss went away at the peak of her career. Could she come back better? And if she does, is that a natural progression for Alexa to return and face Becky Lynch? Fans everywhere are very confused right now. Honestly, is he, isn't he? We don't know. But this was a graphic posted on Raw and on WWE's Twitter of The Miz being the first inductee into the class of the 2022 Hall of Fame. We don't know if he's going to be, but Hall of Famer Edge was on Miz TV this week, and it didn't take long for Miz to throw the champagne in Edge's face, and of course Miz throwing Maryse in Edge's path as Edge went for the spear, and then, well, it didn't quite go to plan for Miz. Maryse was pissed. Oh my god, she was angry. You don't do that to your wife, Miz. Oh, and I don't blame her at all. Now, is this a sign of maybe Miz and Maryse having problems? Is this going to be a storyline for the future for WWE? I don't think so, but it's an interesting one to see play out. If you watch NXT tomorrow night is the debut of Harland, and WWE are hyping it up, so let's see what Harland's got to offer us tomorrow on NXT. Austin Theory basically cost Finn Balor his tag team match tonight. Austin Theory with a distraction, allowing Finn Balor to then lose the match, pissing off two people with demonic alter egos is probably not the way you want to go, though, if you're Austin Theory, thinking of career longevity. But we did get a backstage segment with Mr. McMahon and Austin Theory and the pencil. Now, what does this mean? Really, it means booking. Vince McMahon books the show, and he can erase someone's name from that show and replace it with Austin Theory's. Who's that going to be? Time will tell. I think Damian Priest, put him in a match with Damian Priest, maybe. I agree with the botch guy. Yes, Doudrop did attack Bianca Belair, and yes, she totally did teleport. Of course she did. Obviously, Bianca Belair did defeat Doudrop. Doudrop, though, shout out to her. The elbow drop she did off the first rope just looked really, really cool. I like that. I have no idea what that move was, but I love that elbow drop. If you haven't watched it, go and check that out. That was a really good move. But then she appeared out of nowhere after Bianca was celebrating from behind. She came from backstage. Either Doudrop's got a twin, she can run very fast, or she's totally learned how to teleport. You pick. Got to note down that Doudrop got a brand new theme song this week on Raw. Looks unlikely now she might be called Piper Niven anytime soon. But also Zelina Vega got a new theme song. 2 new theme songs this week on Raw. I actually really like both of them, so fair play to WWE. There was a really cool, funny moment backstage with Randy Orton and Riddle. They had an earlier on, promo thing towards the start of the show, and it was quite interesting because Randy Orton said about, let's not do podcasts, let's not do any shaman stuff, and if you don't know, on NXT, you've now got Matt Riddle as the shaman to MSK. Honestly, Matt Riddle is totally Mr. WWE right now. I do love the idea of an RK Bro podcast, though. Can we really just make that happen? WWE, if you ever watch this video, it needs to happen, okay? Dana Brooke and Reggie were going to go and get some hot chocolate. Things are heating up between them two, but it didn't take long, of course, for a Christmas tree and a snowman to appear, and of course it was R-Truth and Akira Tozawa, and the 24/7 fiasco begun again. This time as Tamina tried her luck against Dana Brooke. Been a while since we've seen any kind of brawl out on the street, though, so can we do more of this? This is fun. Again, WWE, if you're watching, do more outside stuff, okay? It's fresh, it's fun, it's a little bit different, wacky, but it's fine. Rhea Ripley actually pep talked Nikki ASH this week, inspiring her, trying to get her going. Of course, Rhea was then squashed in the match, which was ridiculous, by the way. But nonetheless, it happened. Now, when they lose, who's Nikki ASH going to blame? Rhea Ripley. Is this a sign, once again, of that heel turn happening between Rhea and Nikki? I think it damn well could be. WWE advertised their next in line project, the Nil project, with the new signings. They are really getting behind this, and fair play, because this is what WWE do best. And it's the exact reason why Gable Steveson was on Raw. He's promoted this Nil project heavily on Twitter. So obviously I think he's a part of it where they're teaching him the basics in the Performance Center before he comes to a WWE ring and tries to be a professional wrestler. I am excited for Gable Stevenson's debut. Just like I am for Veer Mahaan, who's still, maybe, coming to Monday Night Raw. WWE shared a picture of Sasha Banks at the new SpiderMan No Way Home premiere. Let me know. Are you excited for Spider-Man? Let me know in the comments down below. As I said, this was a very average episode of Monday Night Raw. It happens. We get these filler shows, especially when there's no pay-per-view this month. But I still happily give it a 6 out of 10. It wasn't a bad show. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Like the video, share the video, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you as always next time. Thank you guys for watching. Peace!